Jamie, Weinstein is a senior editor for the Daily Caller, so this whole idea that it'll be a made-for-TV movie sometime down the line, is the president seeming a little overly dismissive about this?
Well, he certainly was a little glib. Look, whatever you think of Edward Snowden, if you're the president of the United States, what he did is intolerable. And what you should be doing is trying to make two messages here. One, to the countries that are allowing him to go through scot-free, whether it's Russia, potentially Ecuador or China. And another to the future Edward Snowdens that potentially are in the United States. And you want to convey a sense that this is a very serious matter, that we can't have people doing this, that we will find you and we will bring you to justice no matter where you are. And then to the countries that we expect actions or there will be consequences. With the president's message, we've got none of that. We got, this might be a made-for-TV movie, and this is, maybe a serious event, but no, not that serious, and I'm not going to do very much to get him. I don't think that's the message you want to send if you want to get this guy back in the United States.
So if you're Vladimir Putin and you're sitting in Russia and you're listening to these comments from the president while he's on this overseas trip, what's your take on it?
Well, my take on it would be that, this is not a very serious issue to the president of the United States. So, you know what, I'm not that worried. If I just, not do very much to bring him back there. I'm just going to allow him to go through because there's not going to be many consequences because this is not a top priority for the president. So I have no incentive to try to help out the United States here.
But what a disconnect, Jamie, because here you have the president saying what he's saying on one hand, and then you have his Justice Department charging him with espionage on the other. So what are Americans to make of all of this and sort of the contradiction between the tone the president is using and the charges, the serious charges that Snowden is facing when and if he gets back here?
Well, it is a contradiction, and I think there might be some contradiction within the president himself. He doesn't want to be seen by his base as the guy who's going after this, what a lot of his base see as this whistleblower, who uncovered something for the American people on something that they don't think is a right and snooping and whatnot. On the other hand, he is the president of the United States. You cannot have leakers giving out American secrets and go to China and get away from it. So maybe he has an internal contradiction on the role that he wants to play, whether he wants to cozy up to his base on this or act like the President of the United States and get tough on a guy who just divulged American secrets.
Jamie, the politics of all of this from the right, what is the smart approach for Republicans on this?
Well, I actually think there's a dichotomy within the Republican Party here. On one hand, you have a lot of civil libertarians who see what happened here as what he divulged as very outrageous and something that needed to be divulged. On the other hand, you have national security hawks who think that he threatened the United States by leaking what he did. But I think that there's a consensus emerging to some degree that no matter what you think of the program, Snowden is no longer this hero that some on the right, the civil libertarian right, may have thought he was at one point. Now he's saying that he actually joined the Booz Allen Hamilton, the organization he was a part of, in order to get these secrets. This wasn't a whistleblower operation. This was an operation deliberate to get these secrets. And now he's going abroad and divulging secrets that we're getting about Russia and China. This is no longer merely a whistleblower situation. And I think he himself has harmed his image with the right, and I think other Americans as well.
Jamie Weinstein is a senior editor with the Daily Caller. Jamie, good to talk to you. Thanks.